Morning, Cash.
Hi, morning, Padawa. How are you?
I'm good, and you, but it's very cold. You?
Breathing in. Yeah, but stay warm. Okay, so I'll assist the department if they need any assistance with the flighting and stuff. But I'll prefer them to do it from their side. So I'm just waiting for them to log on.
No problem. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good morning, Keshwa. Morning, Kesh.
Good morning, Chair. How are you?
I'm okay. Am I audible?
Good. Yes, you are.
Yeah,
You are.
let me just get a proper
Mm.
place to sit. As I indicated yesterday, I'm just going to open and hand over to Honorable Nonkonyane due to other commitments.
Yeah, no problem, Chair. No problem at all.
Just indicate to me when we are correcting so that I can start the meeting.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Good morning, Cash.
Good morning, Chairperson.
Yes, so please don't forget to indicate if we correct
Mm.
so we can start the meeting.
No, we do correct now, Chair. I was just giving it until 10. We still have 4 minutes, but we are correct at the moment, Chair. And the Magistrates Commission is online.
All right. No, I will start immediately at 10 o'clock so that we don't leave other members outside.
Recording in progress.
Good morning, honorable members and the collective from the Magistrate Commission. I hereby want to declare this meeting officially open. On our side from the NCOP, I would like to introduce our honorable members who are present today. We have Honorable Billy from KZN, who is the whip of KZN from the DA. And we have Honorable Nonkonyani from the Eastern Cape, of which Honorable Nonkonyani here, he's our committee whip. And we have Honorable Machobeni from the EFF. She comes from the Eastern Cape. And Honorable Mukai from Northern Cape representing the DA. Honorable Midupi from Northwest representing the ANC. Honorable Pala from Limpopo representing the ANC. And Honorable Gerik from Western Cape representing the EFF. And Honorable Kotzo from Western Cape representing the DA. and Honorable Zulu from Mpumalanga representing the MKP. So those are the members of this select committee whom the commission is meeting with today for this particular oversight. Honorable members, from the side of the commission collective and the department, one would want to acknowledge Mr. M. Mokoena, Commissioner and a member of Ethics Committee, and Mr. Finger Justice, Secretary to Magistrate Commission, and B. Williams, Deputy Director from the DM's office. Those are people who are present today in our meeting, and one would want to actually extend my acknowledgement to our support staff, Gershwin, who is the Secretary of the Select Committee, and Dr. Anthea, who is the Content Advisor, and as well would want to greet Ms. Mongo, who is the Second Secretary of the committee, and as well we want to acknowledge the PMG on the platform with us today. With that being said, I want to fully appreciate your presence in this particular meeting. Honorable members, we are meeting today after one could have noted that on the 11th July 2025, the media reported that Palm Ridge Magistrate Court had been without power for a week, which left staff unable to perform their duties and safety concerns. There was a power outrage and the court was using a backup generator, which developed a fault, which has since the incident been repaired. However, during the power outage, a detainee went into labor and an interpreter used her cell phone to deliver the baby in the court. We are happy that the baby was delivered safely, and we know that contingency measures have been implemented to minimize delays and to ensure that agent matters receive attention in the court. However, as a committee, we would like to see our court functional and to make sure that these incidents do not occur, and that courts have the necessary power and working generators at their disposal. Honorable members, our courts need to be functional at all costs in terms of issues of safety, and magistrate and courts officials need to be able to perform their duties to ensure that justice is delivered efficiently to all citizens. As a committee, we are engaging DPWI to ensure that infrastructure challenges are addressed with the GCPS cluster. The committee met with the Magistrate Commission on the 16th of April 2025 and received a briefing on the functioning of the commission, as well as the report on the removal from office of Magistrate Governor. During this meeting, members of the committee also made it very clear to the commission that disciplinary matters should be dealt with as quickly as possible to ensure that there is no unnecessary cost to the fiscus by magistrates who are on suspension and still receiving their full remuneration. The commission informed the committee that it has SOPs in place to address all these delays. The committee also requested that the committee should receive quarterly progress reports on all these disciplinary matters. At a further meeting of the committee on the 28th of May 2025, the committee agreed to the removal of Magistrate Govender from office on grounds of misconduct. In today's meeting, the Magistrate Commission will brief the committee on the report on the provisional suspension from office on the ground of misconduct of Ms. T.F. Kekana, the report on the suspension removal from office on account of continued ill health of Ms. N. Naude. The magistrate has been on continuous sick leave since 23rd March 2022. In respect of this magistrate, the commission will also provide the committee with an explanation as to why the magistrate was not transferred to another court in terms of the legal framework. The report on the provisional suspension from office of Ms. Fredericks and to withhold the remuneration of Ms. Fredericks in terms of Section 13(4)(a), A of the Magistrate Act 1993, Ms. Fredericks has been absent from work on full pay since November 2019. The committee is very happy that the Commission is implementing the legislation by recommending the withholding of the magistrate remuneration, particularly given the committee concern in respect of magistrates who are on suspension, but who continue to receive their full remuneration. At the next committee meeting, the committee will then move for the adoption of the reports on the committee's decision in respect of these magistrate issues. I know, members, we have all received the presentation with regards to today's progress reports. And I hope that we would be deliberating as we normally do, because as the committee, we are actually using a corrective approach measure in terms of making recommendation and as well advising those who come before us. And I hope that these matters will be given a diligent attention as we normally do, on the basis that one have noted that issues that we are dealing with today is one of the headlines that one could have noticed in yesterday SABC News, that everybody is actually concerned about people who are suspended and yet getting full salaries. So we hope that from today's meeting, we would be able to take our people in confidence that we are giving these matters an urgent attention to ensure that we follow the money and as well there's value for money. With that being said, honorable members, I would want to indicate to yourselves that I have other engagements to attend to just after 10:10, and I would hand over yourselves and the whole session to Honorable Nonkonyane as the acting chair. With that being said, the meeting is officially opened, and I wish you all the best in terms of your engagement. Thank you, honorable members.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Nonkonyane. You are audible. You can now continue with the meeting. Thank you.
All right. No, thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. Honorable members, I think the Honorable Chair disposed of item number 1. Then we need then to entertain the second item on our agenda. Gash, have you flighted the agenda?
It's on screen now, Honorable.
It's on screen. Okay. I've been trying to check on it. Oh, yeah, good. Thank you so much. On apologies, did you dealt with that item?
No, we haven't, Chairperson. We
Yes,
can actually deal with
then
it.
we're all yours, Secretary.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good morning, Chairperson and members and invited guests, Magistrates Commission and Department of Justice. We welcome you. Chairperson, we received one apology from Honorable Naude. He's booked off sick for the entire week. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. Colleagues, do we accept the apology?
Honorable Chair, Honorable Mukai,
yes. Yes, Honorable Mukai.
Chairperson, what the apology that has been tendered, I move for the to accept the apology of Honorable Naude.
For acceptance. Thank you so much. Any seconder?
Honorable Chairperson.
Yes. Honorable Mojupi.
No, thank you very much, Chair. I second Honorable Mukai.
So okay. So sorry, honorable members. My gadget is not showing you. Sorry. Thanks very much. I take it that the other members were going to second the motion from Honorable Mukai. Is there any counter? There being none, then it is accepted. Thank you very much. The next item is the briefing by the Magistrate Commission. The first one is report on the provisional suspension from office on the ground of misconduct of Miss T.F. Kekana, additional magistrate at Secunda, tabled in terms of section 13, subsection 3, paragraph B of the Magistrate Court Act 1993, which is Act number 90 of 1993. Commission?
Honorable Chair.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, good morning. We need to adopt the agenda before we proceed. I think that is procedural that we must adopt the agenda.
We will do that. No, but there's no item for that. Is there, Secretary? But anyway, for formality's sake, fine. Any move for adoption?
Yeah, I move for adoption of the agenda, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Pala. Any seconder?
Seconded by Honorable Medupi.
Okay, Honorable Zulu, I heard you. So you seconded, Honorable Zulu?
Thank you very much, Chairperson of the session. Yeah, I wanted to second as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Is there any counter? There being none, we agreed to. Thank you very much. Now let's go back then to the item that I've already introduced. Item number 1, Magistrate Commission. We are all yours. And I have not set out your times, but anyway, do your best. We deal with one item. Magistrate Commission, who is presenting? We're all yours.
Good morning, Honorable Chairperson. My name is Mahabana Majopu Mkwena. I'm the member of the Magistrate Commission and attorney by profession from Mpumalanga. And I'm with the Secretary of the Commission here, Mr. Justice Finger, and our support staff, Mrs. Ross, who's going to assist us here. And the items have been just, brought forth to the committee. And as you have seen that, and our secretary will just brief the committee on each and every item, and then we can discuss and we make follow-up, answers, and if questions are there, so that we can go. I'm not sure, probably it will be within our, how many minutes the Honorable Chair is going to give us in every item, and we'll rely on that. But I think I'll be glad that so that we can discuss a little bit of issues. When the committee has some issues to ask, then we can indicate. I would like just to indicate that the chairperson of the committee, Advocate Manaka, is not available due to the work, your responsibility for the day, and he requested me to be representing the commission. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mkwena. I think we agree. Then let's we'll see how it goes. Time is of the essence on all of us, but that I will not. But I'll see if there's any need to restrict. But please give us enough time as parliamentarian time to pose questions. You, Secretary.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I think I'm not sure how would you want me. Should I address all three, all the items, and then the questions later, or we deal with item per items?
I would prefer, I don't know, members, maybe guided by the members, I would prefer one item by item, but if they are interrelated, perhaps we might as well do this matter holistically, but let me just hear the members first, Honorable members, what's your suggestion? We have read the document. We have sent it on time. We have read it. It's just that we are going to highlight and
yes.
But members, what do you take on it? Can I have one or two hands suggestion?
Chair, maybe if I could suggest, maybe I can deal with Kekana, Fredericks, and the three matters, and then we can do the progress report later. Maybe let me deal with Kekana, Naude, and Fredericks.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Thank you very much. Yes. So that is the table of contents, Chairperson. Ms. Kekana, as you indicated, this magistrate appointed in 2015. The charges that were preferred against her were, for example, that she did not keep monthly stats, which is something that the judicial officer is required to do. She struck cases from the roll without conducting an inquiry as prescribed in the Criminal Procedure Act. And also, on a very serious note, also when a complainant in a criminal matter was in court, she met this complainant in the court corridors, and also visited this complainant at his place of business later, in an attempt to convince him to, not proceed with the matter that this person complained about. Further, that she failed to keep to office hours, and also made false entries regarding her, time that she worked at when she arrived or left work. Now, therefore, she was charged, and the charge sheet and the provisional letter of suspension. This is the OD letter that was sent to her to say she must provide reasons why she should not be suspended. She then did not make any representations. You will see that we then set the matter down for February, but we could not proceed because the presiding officer was off sick. And then the matter was postponed to June. And these are some of the things that we encounter. And, unfortunately, these are matters that are in the hands of presiding officer, not the commission. So when the matters came in June, which is last month, she then came and indicated she needs an attorney. And the presiding officer allowed her to get an attorney, and the matter will only proceed in August. Now, in terms of the provisional suspension, because of the seriousness of the allegation, the commission then resolved that she, because of the seriousness of this matter, that this matter, if she is found guilty, it will justify her removal from office. But also that, because of those allegations, it's inappropriate for her to continue to perform judicial functions. It was then that the commission then made recommendations to the minister for a provisional suspension, and the minister agreed with that recommendation, and with effect from the 4th of March, Ms. Kekana was suspended, and that is why the matter is before the Parliament to confirm the provisional suspension. So that is in as far as Kekana. The matter of Naude, Ms. Naude was appointed in Kimberley as an additional magistrate. She began on the 1st of October 2021. And right immediately as she started going to 2022, she began to not come to work. And the reasons being that she indicated that she's suffering from, stress related to her separation from her children who are in Cape Town. She's from Cape Town. And based on her continued absence, the Chief Magistrate then wrote to the Commission and requested that Regulation 29 be initiated. This is the regulations that deals with continued ill health. which the commission then agreed to, and we then wrote a letter to her, advising her of that decision. And that letter indeed was received. And then we in that letter also asked her to submit relevant medical records. The attorneys on record, that was McRoberts, advised us that they would need some more time to collate information and requested some indulgence, which we did. And then in September 2023, she then submitted the medical reports. But she also then, in a covering letter, indicated her challenges. Amongst the issues that she indicated was that, as soon as she started, in December to January, she had conducted COVID and she was not able to come to work. But importantly, she then informed the commission that the initial plans was for the partner and the children to accompany her to Kimberley, but she then informed us that the partner has since reneged on the agreement that they had and is no longer willing to come to Kimberley, but also that is not willing to consent to the children to come to Kimberley. Also emphasize the depressive symptoms that she's experiencing due to a separation from the children. Now, and those are the reports that we got, the report from a psychiatrist, occupational therapist, and also there was, I think the child also went to a clinical psychologist who gave a report. Now, and all the psychiatrists confirmed that major depressive disorder. And the occupational therapist, all that she could say was that Kimberley is not good for Ms. Naude, and therefore recommend that she goes to Cape Town. Now, executive committee of the commission, having considered these medical reports, then came to the conclusion that, she's incapacitated due to ill health. And based on that, Ms. Naude was advised of the commission's opinion. And of course, regulation, in terms of the regulation, you have to give her some time also to comment on that opinion. So when we realized that we're not receiving anything, we made contact with the attorney, and the attorney confirmed that they are no longer representing her, but they did importantly confirm that the letter of the commission where it expresses an opinion that she's incapacitated was sent to her. And when Ms. Naude was conducted, she indeed confirmed that she has the letter, and further indicated that she's exploring all other options because her application for transfer was not successful. But importantly, also just asked for an extension to seek for another attorney, legal representation. When time went by, the commission then decided that this is taking time, and by March, the commission then decided that they are ready to consider this matter, taking into account that they've not received further representations from her. So, in considering this matter, then the commission felt that the reports are very clear that Ms. Naude, has no capacity to perform the functions of a judicial officer due to a continued ill health, and the minister was advised of that decision immediately thereafter. Now, I think it's important just to highlight the issue of transfer. It is true that Ms. Naude first, I think, wrote to the chief magistrate and asked for a transfer, and secondly, there was an opening for vacancies for district court magistrate, which she applied for. Now, the slide here is just to indicate what we had problem with as a commission is that you would have, for example, 170 posts that are advertised, and you would have magistrate ticking boxes in all those posts. And despite the efforts of the appointments committee to ask them, are you aware of this place? Are you willing to relocate? You would find that soon after they are appointed, you would get requests for transfer. So, for example, someone in Grobler's work would speak to someone in Neisner, can we do cross transfer? Such kind of things. And it reached to such a stage that the commission then resolved that that kind of system is not working. And therefore, Regulation 2022 was introduced. Now, you have a system where the only way you can have a transfer is through a vacancy that is advertised, and then you apply for that vacancy. Because the feeling was that when you appoint a magistrate at a particular post, is because you would have arrived that they are the most suitable people for that position. And, this movement up and down is actually just places an administrative burden on the commission. And we really had to stop that kind of, and I'm not really suggesting that this is what obtains with Ms. Naude, but I just wanted to highlight the fact that we don't have a transfer outside of Regulation 22 where you applied for a vacancy and then you are considered, you are interviewed, and then you are transferred. Now, of importance to the portfolio committees that Ms. Naude indeed applied for transfer to Western Cape. There were various, I think it was PAL, Western Cape, Cape Town. There were various courses that she applied for, but unfortunately, it's required that there has to be a motivation for transfer. You would understand it's because we're trying to stop those kind of floodgates where everyone just applies. So we want a properly motivated reason why you want to transfer. And unfortunately for Ms. Naude, she did not provide the motivation, and as such, she was not even shortlisted. So I think it was just important that we highlight the fact that there's no transfer outside of that system. It's the regulations are very clear. We're no longer allowed to do that. Now, that completes Naude. Ms. Fredericks, as the chairperson, indicated, this is just information that from the secretary, I think just in a routine meeting with HR officials, we came across this. We attended to matters of leave. And I think this matter came when an official from Gauteng was reporting. And that after the meeting, we then made follow-ups with the chief. And indeed, we were provided with reports from the chief magistrate and the senior magistrate responsible that Ms. Fredericks has not been to office for quite some time, as you will see. Now, the matter was then set before the ethics committee, who then decided to charge and also to send 2 letters, one for asking reasons why she should not be provisionally suspended, but more importantly also why the salary should not be withheld. Now, when these charges were eventually approved by the commission, the senior magistrate responsible that was assigned to go and serve this charge sheet and the 2 letters, Mr. Mhlanga, then reported back to the commission to say, and with an affidavit and some photographs that were taken. So the picture that was given was someone that was really could be suffering from some sort of a mental illness, and I think one does not want to. We're not qualified, but it was someone that was really not functioning properly. Now, of course, when commission receives such kind of information, you will not likely just dismiss it. So what we then decided to do was to pen the matter a little while and request the chief magistrate to do some investigation. And the chief magistrate indeed tried to engage with the Department of Social Development. I think in the report to the minister, we've attached some proof of engagement with the Department of Social Development. Unfortunately, department did not assist much in that instance. We also then approached the department's legal services, just to check whether what is it that we can do, appointment of curator or anything. But the advice was to say, look, that would not assist you. And in terms of the Mental Health Act, if there's that suspicion, it's only limited to family members and a medical officer, whatever, that can commit a person. And then they suggested the Regulation 29. Regulation 29 is for continued ill health. But the Commission looked at that opinion because Regulation 29 would also require some sort of cooperation from Ms. Fredericks. Unfortunately, so it would not lead to anywhere because she would then need to submit medical reports and all of that. Now, whilst we were still considering, then the Office of the Chief Magistrate reported that Ms. Fredericks came to the office to look for the same document that was served by the senior magistrate. She came to the office, she appeared, from the observation of the officials, she appeared very well and still remembered the documents that were served, and they duly provided those documents. And EXCO then sat on this matter, and really, because of the fact that they've considered all options on how to proceed with this matter, the fact of the matter is that it does not appear that there's any other option of dealing with this matter other than to proceed with the disciplinary hearing. But more importantly, that it's really something that is not correct, that she continues to receive a salary, which we do not know what even happens to that salary if the report is, she may not be that well. So then the Commission felt strongly that the salary should also be withheld. So it was on that basis that the Commission then approached the Minister for provisional suspension. But more importantly, the Commission determined that the salary should be withheld. So the matter is with Parliament on those two aspects, to confirm the provisional suspension, but also to confirm whether the salary should be withheld or not. So I think the next slide really to just to emphasize what the Commission considered. She's being absent with full remuneration. Abscondment is detrimental to the smooth running of the court, and may also tarnish the good name and dignity of the office of the magistracy. We, as the Commission or magistracy, is not receiving any value from paying her salary, and we've tried to give her the opportunity to comment, so that we've complied with the law in as far as giving the opportunity. And like I said, we've explored all other options, and it does not appear that there's any other alternative in dealing with the matter of Ms. Fredericks. And so that is in as far as those three matters, Chairperson. And I think the next slide will deal with suspensions, which we'll go to later. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we then go back to the Kekana matter? We'll deal then with the suspension of magistrate later. Yeah, honorable members, there is a finding and recommendations. Any member who would like to have any take on it, on Kekana matter, can you zoom to the recommendation, please? I will recognize hands. Members?
Chair, my hand is up.
Okay, Honorable Pala's hand. I don't see any other hand. Yes, I see Honorable Pala's hand. Yes, You are the only hand. Yes, Honorable Pala?
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair, and good morning, honorable members, and good morning to the officials of the Commission. Let me start with the issue of Kekana. Listening to the presenter, Mr. Marishani. There are serious transgression there with regard to Kekana. For the mere fact that she's able to conduct people who are supposed to appear in front of her, engaging them on sideline, is a serious matter. And by all probabilities, she's not acting in line with her oath of office. So the proposal, to remove her, I think, are in order. I would say let's support her removal from office. She's not supposed to, she doesn't belong there. The manner in which Mr. Marishan has explained here, it shows that we are dealing with someone who's a delinquent. It's not a proper person, to be sitting in that post. So I'll support that she should be removed from office. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Pala. Commission Secretary, where is this recommendation? I've just seen on the TF is an additional magistrate. The recommendation, what you said, his suspension was endorsed by the minister, and is this suspension with pay or what? I don't know why I don't see your clear recommendations to us.
Chair, it is with pay. In this one, we've not made a decision on the termination of salary for now.
Bill? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, this one. Yes, this for Kekana, it's just for provisional suspension. The issue of salary, I think I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it's under consideration.
No. The question is, did the Commission consider the question of salary? And if you have not, it looked like you have recommended that you should continue receiving.
It's for now. It's a provisional suspension with salary for now.
For now. Okay.
Yes.
But
it's complex. It's complex, Chair.
Yes. Honorable Billy.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Good morning to yourself and good morning to the Commission and the members of Parliament. I did want to raise the issue of the salary, and I think this is a matter that the Commission has dealt with, as far as I recall, with my recent interactions with the Commission. But I think to assist you, Chairperson, I think perhaps what this committee should do, or clarity be given, is whether there is going to be a possibility in an event where this matter drags on for long, which is what has been happening in other matters, which as a result has given rise to the commission looking into the issue of payments or salaries being suspended as well. Maybe if the commission can just take the committee into confidence that should there be a delay and the salary continues to be paid, perhaps there should be a different report for this committee, or the minister and the commission should be able to ensure that we are not paying for someone who's sitting at home for months or even years. There should be that safeguard. I think maybe in the future, when we deal with this kind of things, that question must not be left out. It must always be included as a possibility should the matter drag on for long. I think that's my input on that particular issue, Chairperson. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Billy. Honorable Kharik? Honorable Kharik? Your hand is up, Honorable Kharik. Perhaps you are challenged with the network. Okay.
Chair.
Yes.
Sorry. Good morning to you and to the colleagues and to the Commission. I just want to establish certain things because this is a difficult and complicated matter with very serious allegations. And then I just want to caution us and the colleagues, we must mind our language when we deal with the future and the careers of people. It's a serious matter. Now, I just want to establish there's an allegation here or a note that says that she approached a complainant in a criminal case. Shall we take it that that matter has been investigated, confirmed, and there's a ruling on this matter? I want to understand that.
Yes, take it to that. Yes, the Commission has actually found that as a fact.
Say again?
The Commission has found that as a fact. It's not an allegation.
Okay. In order for the Commission to arrive at the fact, Chairperson, submit respectfully that there should have been an investigation, there should have been an inquiry, there should have been evidence. Did we gather that?
Yes, they did get that. The Commission has got that, I'm sure. But anyway, I'll ask them to deal with that.
Yeah, let us hear from the Commission because this is important to us to come to a certain decision or recommendation here. Then I want to also understand these other matters are administrative issues that she failed to keep to office hours, whether action has been taken against that. She made false entries. That's a serious matter or allegation. Into the court books, do we have the relevant record that we have then investigated, found guilty, and made a ruling on that? I will hear what the Commission has to say, and then I will come back again, Chairperson. Thank you.
No, if you are lucky. Honorable Metope?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Mine is just one question to the Commission on the charges that has been levied against the Kekana, that she struck cases from the roll without conducting an inquiry in terms of Section 342A of the Criminal Procedure Act. So what I want the Commission maybe to help us, to enlighten us or give more information on, is that how many cases and what happened to those cases? Are they reinstated, or what will be the way forward in terms of those cases that were struck off the roll? Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
Okay. Well, honorable members, I take it we have read this. Let me just therefore read the last slide from their presentation. so that we can focus. It reads, on the 31st of October 2024, the Commission resolved that the allegations against Ms. Kekana are of such a serious nature that they may justify removal from office. Further, that the allegations make it inappropriate for her to, in the meantime, perform the functions of a magistrate. And then the last bullet is that the minister, on the advice of the Commission, provisionally suspended Ms. T.K. Kekana from office with effect from 4th of March this year. Remember, this matter happened last year. You may have realized and noticed that, in fact, charges have been preferred against her, and that there are a court date for that hearing, in terms of evidence, Honorable Kgerike, which has been postponed to the 23rd to 27th of June this year for trial. I think the Commission should actually update us, because now it is the 16th of July. What actually happened? Did the trial continue in respect of her on those dates? Is there any outcome, or are we waiting for any verdict or something like that? I think we need to confine ourselves there. But it is a fact that the minister has endorsed the provisional suspension. I think the Commission must actually come clear. If they found that the matter has been so serious, why did they not recommend that she be suspended without pay? Because from the report, it's quite clear that this is a classic case that she may be removed from office. Commission, let me just hand it over to you so that we can dispose of this Kekana matter and then go to the next one quickly. Yes, Secretary, and anyway, the leader of the delegation, if you give to the Secretary whosoever to respond to the members' comments, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. I think the Secretary will just brief for the panel with the matter. I think the matter is coming in August for hearing. Thank you.
Thanks, Chair. I think you've assisted me there with the question from Honorable Kgerike. I think you've covered it very well. The hearing is still continuing. So what happened in June was that Ms. Kekana came on the first day and indicated that she does not have the necessary documents to proceed with the hearing, and requested that she be provided with documentation. And like I said, unfortunately, these are matters that there's a presiding officer. She was then allowed to get the documents, read for herself, and then on the following day, when the matter was supposed to proceed, she then indicated she needs legal representation. She applied for postponement, and unfortunately, that was also granted. I wanted to give you the exact date, but yes, we just insisted that it should not be a long postponement. So the matter will be coming up in August, and I think maybe before the end of the session, I would have the dates. But that is where we are with the matter of Kekana. Thank you, Chair. With regard to salary, the previous view held by the Commission was that we normally do a provisional suspension, and with regard to salary, it is only when you frustrate the disciplinary hearing. For example, when we see that they are delaying tactics. But I think with the last meeting of the commission. And I think that's why I was saying it's before the parliament for now. There's no that, and I think I want to emphasize for now, because the previous commission meeting indicated that we should actually be looking at amending this view, and we are almost there. There are internal processes that are underway in terms of consultation, talking legal consultation and all of that, so that position change. And I think the commission was very clear, it should change. And I think I also use that word deliberately for now, but it is something that is under consideration, that going forward, when there's serious allegations, it should not just be a question of you are frustrating the hearing, but it should actually come almost automatic when it's serious allegation. So I think maybe this is something that even after this meeting, as an update, we can do that, Chair. Address a letter to the chairperson to update you on the commission's position on this matter going forward in terms of taking of salary. Thanks.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, leadership of the commission. And I think you know very well our stance. Since our engagement, we don't want the money of the taxpayers go down the drain. And we are aware of the delaying tactics. And if a person knows that in all probability is not going to get the job, he or she will prolong so that as much as possible, he or she gains. And I think, honorable members, we must trust then that the commission is going to have a real look into this. It must be made clear that as the committee, we are of the view that the committee must rethink on suspending her with full pay, and in the light of the dilatoriness on her part. And I think they are quite correct. They cannot do that without consultation in terms of the laws of the Republic. And even ourselves, we don't have that power, and without actually taking this matter back to the Commission for reconsideration. And therefore, honorable members, on Kekana issue, there is a proposal, in fact, a motion from Honorable Pala, that under the circumstances, we must actually endorse this provisional suspension, and on clear recommendation that the Commission is going to have a real look into suspending her with full pay henceforth. Members, is there any seconder? And so that we can dispose of this matter, this Kekana matter, and we go to the next one, Naude. Members? Members, am I talking alone?
Honorable Chair, you are not talking alone.
Okay.
I have asked a question as to what is the position in terms of those cases that were found to be struck off by the by the magistrate. So I don't know whether that is
okay. No, thanks, Honorable. That will be subject of to be determined at the trial. They found already, it is part of the charges that have been leveled against her. It will be disposed of during the trial. Honorable members, any seconder?
Thank you, Chairperson. We can move then.
Thank you very much. Seconded. Any counter? Then there being none, we have agreed, we have endorsed that. Then let's continue to Naude. Just flight Naude's recommendation. Naude.
Chairperson?
Yes?
My apology, I had a breakdown in communication now.
Okay.
But I heard the latter part of the commissioner stating that if I understand the previous matter of Kekana, it means the matter has not been finalized. It's still ongoing. So the suspension is a provisional suspension. Is it right?
Yes.
Did they make a determination on the salary?
No, we've already said that they did make that. They said with full pay, but we have engaged with them. We said that they must reconsider that. They're going to go back and reconsider suspending her without pay. But they
no,
must
it's fine. Can I just? I understand, Chair, but yeah, you know, I'm directly opposed to taking people's money away while there is still a matter pending. This is the position of the EFF. There must be fairness in the entire proceedings. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you very much. They are acutely aware, honourable member, of that. That's their responsibility. Thank you very much. We are on Naude matter. On Naude, Commission Secretary. You are making the case clearly, but you don't come up clearly with the recommendation. Where's your recommendation here? Is it suspension or removal? I think it's removal. Where on this? You can't flight it here. Secretary?
Chair, you want me
sorry,
to...
Mr. Kotsel, your hand is up. Honorable Kotsel?
Chair, thank you, Chair. Yes, I also just wanted to say that I wasn't sure what is being suggested or what the recommendation would be, but I also just want to say that this matter of Magistrate Naude, I find incredibly concerning. I think it's concerning that somebody can accept a position full well knowing that they have to move to another town and then, you know, they don't rock up for work. But furthermore, it seems that there was an attempt by this magistrate to then apply for positions or ask for transfers back to the Western Cape. And what I understood was said was that she was not even shortlisted for those positions. Now, number one, I don't think she should be. You know, I mean, given what's happened and how she acted after she accepted the first position, but also I think it would set an incredibly bad precedent if people were to be accommodated for alternative positions if they have, you know, if they didn't accept a first position in good faith. So I'm interested to hear a little bit more about the recommendation and also the timeline. It seems that this matter has been dragging on for an incredibly long time.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you very much. Any other member would like to have a take on Naude matter?
Yes, Chair, may I?
Yes, Honorable Kharik.
Thank you. I'm here on the second bullet in compliance with Regulation 29.7. Commission considered the medical reports together with Ms. Naude's comments and the fact that no correspondence was received from her. The Commission came to conclusion that Ms. Naude should be removed. I just want to, I think if I understood the Commissioner correctly at the first time, it was said that she's medically unfit, if I'm correct. Now, if she's medically unfit, would she have been able to respond? Or if she was psychologically unfit, for instance, would she have been able to respond? And should there not be further consideration in terms of her medical condition? Yes, I do understand there is gross insubordination if you don't report, if you do not respond. But certainly, a chairperson, there must be some kind of mitigation when people are medically unfit, for instance, or when they are under medical examination. And those reports are at the disposal of the commission or the bosses, for instance. This is just our submission. We don't mitigate for people to stay in service when they transgress or violate policy. But we say that there must be a comprehensive understanding of what transpired and how we're going forward. Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable. I don't see any other. And let me then mine Secretary and Commission. I'm sure the leader will appreciate what I'm going to say. In drafting the documents, we must just be careful. Just a minute. Sorry. Before that, let me just get to that last bullet on compliance, which we have flighted. The minister was advised of the decision of the commission to remove, yes, him from the office in April 2024. There are two things that I want to raise there. Please be careful. I was thinking that we were talking to a monsieur or a madame who was concerned with the children. And the use of him is therefore in that paragraph somewhat confusing me. And hence I was saying we must just be careful when we are drafting these documents. And then again on that, you advise the minister, but I didn't read what the minister's response to that advice. Did she endorse it or what? And I'm adding to the questions and comments from my colleagues, starting from Honorable Kotsel and Harik. Over to you, Commission.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Chair. I think the question from you and Honorable Kotsel, I think this slide that I've flighted would address the concerns around what this matter is. Why is this matter before Parliament? It's actually for removal from office. So we do accept the correction on the him and her, and we apologize for that, and we'll obviously try to make a better work next time. Now, the understanding is that once we send this one to the minister has got really no a choice. If you look at section 13 for the one that's quoted there, the minister must then send the matter to Parliament for removal. And this is why, and I think the minister then submitted the report which was tabled, and that's why the matter is before the subcommittee for advice. So that's where the matter is. It's because the minister sent it to Parliament after we've approached her for removal. Thanks. I'm not sure if that addresses the matter.
Okay. Are you saying then the minister has actually endorsed the recommendation from the commission, the decision of the commission? Or are you telling us that in terms of the law, she has no discretion either to endorse or whatever? She must accept, and all I wanted, is it clear from your presentation that she elected to do what you say she did?
I'm just going to read, yes, let me just read the relevant section. So this is 13.4a. If the commission recommends that the magistrate be removed from office Roman figure 1 on ground of misconduct, 2 on account of continued ill health, or 3 on account of incapacity to carry out duties of his or her efficiently. The minister must suspend the magistrate from office, or if the magistrate is at that stage provisionally suspended in terms of subsection 1A, confirm the suspension. And B, a report in which the suspension in terms of paragraph A of the magistrate and the reason thereof are made known must be tabled in Parliament by the minister within 14 days of such suspension if Parliament is then in session, or if Parliament is not then in session within 14 days after the commencement of its next ensuing. And then the following one is then direct Parliament as to when, as soon as possible, it must then pass a resolution as to whether it restores Ms. Naude to the office or they remove her from office.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
No. The question standing is where in your presentation you say that the minister elected to endorse removal. We hear you in terms of that section. We are aware of that section.
Yes. Yes, what I'm saying, Chair, is there's no election from the minister here. If the commission recommends, the only thing is the minister must then, one, suspend Ms. Naude, or if she's already provisionally suspended, confirm that suspension and table a report. And this is where we are. The minister has now tabled the report.
No, where's the report of the minister?
Secretary, Parliament, I thought it would have served before the chairperson of the portfolio committee.
Chairperson, if I may.
Okay, yes, Secretary.
Yes, Chair. All the reports were sent out on Friday. So it's the reports that has the cover letter to the chairperson of the council introducing the report to the National Council of Provinces. It was 80-seed. And then the minister's report is attached to that. Members have received it from Monday. What lies before the committee now is to make a determination on each magistrate, whether to support the minister's recommendation and report to the council on that it supports that recommendation, or to restore the magistrate back to office. Thank you, Chairperson.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. You are very helpful, Secretary. Honorable Harik, Honorable Godsell, and Honorable Billy in that order.
Yeah, Chairperson, thank you. We have seen the reports. And I don't mean to be difficult here, but we cannot be merely just a rubber stamp to something that we are not sure of. It's fine if we throw around the name of the minister and of the commission and so on, but surely there must be some processes stipulated in the regulations, as the gentleman has just read, and those stipulations must make it very clear. And as an advocate, you will know that in any matter there must be administrative justice. There must be transparency. The fact that this person did not respond, we don't have anything in front of us here as to why she did not respond. Was it a deliberate act? Did they establish it? And so on. We cannot just jump to conclusions. That's the first point. The second point is I was asking distinctly, how do we consider, I don't want us to go into the detail of the medical reports, but how do we come to a conclusion to say that we ignore the medical reports and that we do not consider? The gentleman deliberately decided not to answer me on this because this is critical to this case. if there are medical reports signifying or signaling that this woman is incapable, because this is not the first woman that will come, there will be many more, then we must certainly consider this in mitigation of a medical condition. And so I am very reluctant to be part of this decision, given the circumstances in our country at the moment. We must make proper decisions as a parliament, Advocate Ongonyana. I am reluctant. I'm not sure whether I will be part of this decision, and I will register because I am not sure. We don't even know. We don't even know who is the appeals authority for the sake of this woman or for the sake of any magistrate. There must be an internal appeals authority. If the process and if all administrative remedies have not been exhausted, we must understand where to now. We don't see it here. We just hear the name of the minister. The minister, respectfully, is not the ultimate. The minister gets her advice from this commission, and we must also make our input, Advocate.
Thank you.
And so, if we don't have the answers on that, we cannot get to a conclusion on this matter, Chairperson. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Honorable Potsa.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, sorry, I remember now that the confusing part for me was that third bullet point that says the minister was advised of the decision in April 2024. So I would just like to know what happened between April 2024 and now that we have the report. And perhaps then some of the issues raised by the Honourable Gericke have been addressed or were addressed in this period. Can we maybe just get an indication about that?
Thank you. Honourable Billy. Honourable Billy.
Thank you, Chairperson. Mine is going to be brief because I just want to quickly touch on the role of the NCOP Select Committee on Security and Justice. And I think what we are embarking on here is to consider the minister's submission and the recommendations made by the Commission. I think it would be fair for the committee in its assessment of what is in front of it to satisfy itself that due process has been followed and that the recommendations are also, substantiated by clear evidence, and that what is being done is obviously in the best interest of the public. And I think maybe in future, I don't know, I'm not sure if the expectation for the committee is that it relies on what is in front of it to adopt the recommendation, or perhaps the Parliament and this committee is to really, ensure that through the evidence that due process has been followed. I say this, colleagues, because we don't want to be caught offside at some point. I think it is our responsibility as Parliament to ensure that a due process is followed. So that's my only little concern, Chairperson, but quite significant in a sense that I think there should be sufficient evidence that accompanies this report, so that we are able to satisfy ourselves. That's my comment, Chair. Maybe the Commission can advise in terms of what is what is usually put in front of Parliament in its entirety when such is being considered, just so that we are able to be, to safeguard and ensure that, we're not doing anything that is not going to catch up with us in the future. Thanks, Jen.
Thank you, Honorable Piri. Honorable Pala, briefly, and then I'll give the Commission, I want, after the Commission has reacted, also clarify certain other aspects here. Honorable Pala.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, with regard to the issue of Naude, there's work which the Commission has done. The report which is presented here before us they are indicating some work, professionals who were medical professionals who were involved, and also in making some recommendations. If you look at the slide, I don't know the slide where they say the occupational therapist stated that Ms. Naude is not fit for work in Kimberley. If you go down on that with that report, you can see that the Commission did attend. They attempted to to do what is possible for them in terms of the regulations, but the final decisions, I think, which they made to the minister were based on the basis of what they have. Unless if honourable members, we need those reports, to satisfy ourselves. But from where I'm sitting, I've gone through this report, and I see the Commission has done what they could do, and for me, this is enough for us to make some decisions as members of Parliament. So I'm saying, Chair, the Commission has done what they could do, and in terms of what is here, I'm convinced that they've really covered almost everything to reach the decision that they've reached. So I'll propose that we go with what the Commission has recommended here. Unless we need those detailed information from each and every specialist who provided information to them. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Pala. Secretary, quickly, your response. No, I'm not going to give you second bite, Fredericks. We need to fire ahead. Can I give Commission to clarify?
Chairperson, on a lighter note, I just want to indicate and support the last speaker here. Most of the information has been submitted to the minister. What transpires is that whenever there's this kind of an incident, the Commission start investigating itself, have the report, request the other party to submit the report, and from there it's submitted to the Ethics Committee, which ventilates the whole issue before it's taken to the full Commission. And from the full Commission, it's then taken to ESCO, and it's then that ESCO, after consideration of all the information attained, submitted to the minister. I think the more information is with the officer of the Secretariat of Parliament to that effect, especially in this regard. I think the Commission has done its best here, and unless if the members of the committee are of the opinion that they need themselves to ventilate these issues, but most of the evidence is within it's in the report to the minister. Thank you, Chair.
If I could just add there, Chair, if
Sorry,
the
who's speaking, Mr. Mkwena?
It's it was Mr. Mkwena, now it's Finger, sorry.
Oh, okay, all right. Thanks.
Yeah, so what I've flighted here is what the secretary has reported, that it was perhaps sent on Friday. So the minister would have then taken Parliament through all the procedural compliance in terms of Regulation 29. You will see that the first thing is we have to inform Ms. Naude that we think we are because of the continued ill health, we want to do an investigation, give us the reports. And it is then that she then, as I reported, asked for an extension. Later we got the reports, and the reports, one from the psychiatrist is basically saying major depressive condition that can be alleviated by her going to Cape Town. Occupational therapist, all that she could also do was to confirm what the psychiatrist has said, but to say that Kimberley is not good for her. She's incapacitated in Kimberley, but if she were to go to Cape Town, she would perform well, basically. So we had the report, and even after we analyzed them, the commission then came to a conclusion that, look, based on this report, it's clear that you can't work. And this is our opinion. What do you say? We send it to the attorneys who are unfortunately no longer representing her. And then she did not opt to, at that stage, we did not get anything from her except to raise the issue of suspension, of transfer before, which we dealt with in terms of the regulation. So I think in terms of procedure, we've really covered ourselves, and the minister has actually tabled that well in the report. And finally, the minister basically says to Parliament that the conclusion in that is that the matter is sent to Parliament and tabled the report in Parliament. So I think we've complied with Regulation 29. We've gone through all the steps, even where we were required to give an extension. We did that, just to allow her time to collect information. So, in as far as the matter going to the department, yes, it was sent to the department in 2024, and I think the department can answer as to what happened. But I know that there were some issues in terms of checking whether we've complied with everything, whether they are satisfied that we've complied, and I think the conclusion would be that once the commission has recommended, the minister would have to approach Parliament. But I can report that even as at this point, Ms. Naude is still not back at work. So even after that period of a year that has passed, she's still at home and not at work. So I think from the commission's point of view, we really believe that the matter should be considered, that we've complied with everything. There's no any other alternative. Like I said, she applied for transfer. Unfortunately, she did not motivate. And this is where now the commission, once you apply for transfer, would then be obligated to ask all these questions. For example, of the children. What is the impediment of you bringing the children to Kimberley, for example? If you say the partner is not consenting, why can't you take this matter to the children's court to fight for your rights? So that would have been the opportunity of the commission, but unfortunately she was not even shortlisted. She did not motivate her case, which is what was required. So yeah, thanks, Chair. I think I tried to cover. So I'm not sure in terms of the question from Honorable Fredericks. I'm not sure if really there's any other thing that the commission would be required to do. She is, as far as we are aware, saying she's getting medical attention. If she was not getting attention, of course, she's got all the right to approach the commission and the department, and we will avail those services if she's not. But that was not the indication. So yeah, she's still at work as we speak. Thanks, Chair.
I see RSA Blendon Williams. Can I hear you? Quickly, please.
Thank you, Chair and honourable members. My name is Blendon Williams, and I'm from the Office of the Deputy Minister. Perhaps, Chair, if I can just come in some of the issues that have been raised by the honourable members. I think from the report, it is quite clear, and it's in paragraph 3.2.9 of the said report that was submitted to Parliament, is when it comes to this specific matter, it's not a provisional suspension where the minister's got a discretion. This is actually for a suspension, confirmation of a suspension, and then the removal of office. And when it comes to those specific provisions of the Act, then the minister's got no discretion. And I think she mentioned that in paragraph 3.2.9 of the report, that she says that these provisions do not confer discretion on me not to suspend Mrs. Naude. Continued ill health is a ground for removal from office, specifically major depression. So I think the issue that the minister, both the minister and the deputy minister, also dealt with is the same issues that the honourable members are considering and also concerned about, is the issue of the ill health. But in this instance, there was no discretion upon the minister to say, no, go and do this or go and do that. So in the end, the minister had to suspend the magistrate and submit the report to Parliament for Parliament to take a decision. Just in terms of the other query that's been raised by the honourable members, just in terms of the timeframes, it is correct. This matter was submitted to the department, to the previous minister, or the previous minister, in 2024. Of course, after that there were the elections, and when the new minister and Simelani was appointed and the deputy minister, the deputy then raised the issue of the ill health and if what is it that the department can do. And of course, then they also came back to indicate that, in fact, there is no discretion. We will have to submit the report to Parliament. After Minister, both the new minister that had been appointed, Mr. Gobaye, and Minister Nel have raised their concerns. So the matter is now before Parliament. I may just mention, it's unfortunate that this happens, but there is the discretion, of course, of a magistrate. The magistrate can, if he or she is ill, they can apply voluntary to apply to vacate office because of ill health. But as this has not happened here, and as they've indicated that they haven't done anything in the past year or two in terms of providing a service to the public, they have been left with no choice but to follow the Regulation 29, which is for the removal because of continual ill health. And I may just mention also, I think maybe that is also important for you just to mention for the honourable members. When it comes to a magistrate applying to vacate office because of continued ill health, normally you will find that magistrate has got 10 years service and that magistrate will then get a pension. But in a case like this, if the magistrate or if the honourable members make a decision and Parliament make a decision that the person be removed from office, he or she will only get the pension that he has contributed and government has contributed, that they will get back. In other words, they won't get a pension, they will only get that amount back. So it's not that they won't get anything, they will get the amount that they've paid from the period they've been appointed up till now. Thank you, Chair, if that will maybe can assist. Thank you.
No, thank you very much. It certainly has done exactly that. Well, honourable members, and thank you very much. I said I would like to have some bite as well. I think we must remind ourselves that there is separation of powers here. There's the judiciary, and there's the executive, and there's us, Parliament. And all of us must comply with the laws. As we know, the Magistrates Commission was established by us, and to be composed of the people who are expertise in their specialized field. They have done their work, and they have presented their recommendations, in fact, their decision in line with the regulations and the laws passed by us. And then, again, the minister considered what needed to be done in accordance with the laws of the Republic, which she has done. I think the confusion which has necessitated this debate is that bullet that I think Honorable Honorable, not Karik, Honorable Kotsel did touch on, which is confusing us somewhat, but not confusing, it's clear. But the minister was advised of the decision of the commission to remove her from office in April this year. But what actually missed us, which we were helped by our secretary, is to be referred to that report of the ministry to say, yes, in terms of these laws, we have done that. I think, colleagues, to me, it's quite clear now that the Commission did what it had to do in terms of the enabling legislation. And of course, the executive, through the minister, did consider and apply her mind on the matter. And I think now the motion from Honorable Pala that we need to endorse, it should be clear to everyone now. Can I then ask for any seconder of that motion? Honorable members.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson.
Yeah.
Having listened to the Commission and the clarity that has been provided before us, I move to second Honorable, I stand to second Honorable that we accept this. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Any counter, colleagues? There being none, agreed to. Then let's proceed to the next one. Fredericks, SSE Fredericks. The recommendations here, sorry, I use Zoom to senior provider of database from office. Secretariat or commission, can you zoom in your recommendation? Can you remind us here? Compliance, suspension, yes. Hello, Secretariat. Honorable Pala.
Thank you, Chair. And with regard to matter of Fredericks, I also went through the report and made some. I noticed some issues or some points here. The point which I'm much more concerned about it is the Department of Social Development. The Commission really wanted to get other departments to give opinion on these matters, and apparently they did not assist them. This is my concern. I just want to ask the Commission whether they did indicate to the Minister that they approached the Department of Social Development to assist them. Because of there's I think it's what section of the Constitution which requires a cooperative governance that we need to work. The departments must work together. There must be that interdepartmental work, and the commission then went to this department to require them to ask them to assist them with this matter, but they did not. So I just want to get from the commission whether the minister escalated the matter to the Minister of Social Development, just to, to cover all corners. Yeah, that's what I want to know, Chair. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Pala. Any member want to have a bite on it? I see none. But I think the recommendation here is that the suspension and the salary to be, she must be suspended now without salary. I've heard my note from your oral presentation, Secretariat, I mean Commission, sorry, on this matter. In responding to Honorable Pala's seeking question or comment, please also just emphasize that you recommend, in fact, the Minister again endorsed your suspension without pay, so that we can then determine whether we endorse that or have a contrary view. Commission?
Yeah, thanks, Chair. So the issue of social development indeed form part of the report to the minister. But however, I think it's something that is not exclusively. Sometimes when you address a matter separately for it to be addressed, we have not done that, but suffice to say, it was mentioned as part of the report to the minister. But I think I take the point, and I think perhaps the chairperson of the commission must then take it up with minister for assistance. I mean, just as a discussion and as to what happened in the matter, and if there's any assistance that can be obtained. However, I think that would not obviously, assist the matter for now as it is with Parliament. But I suppose in terms of principles of cooperation and also to learn from this matter as to how we're going to proceed with such kind of matters going forward. I think that will assist. The issue of provisional suspension, yes, the minister has to agree. That one is not a must. So the fact that it's with Parliament, the ministers agreed, and Ms. Fredericks was indeed provisionally suspended. The issue of the salary, that one, the minister has got no discretion. Once the commission has determined that the salary must be withheld, then the report must be tabled to Parliament, and it is then up to Parliament to confirm whether that should obtain or not. So those are the differences. For provisional suspension, minister has a discretion, and she has agreed with our recommendation. With the salary one, there's no discretion. It has to be submitted to Parliament. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you so much. Colleagues, there is a clear recommendation that we endorse the decision of provisional suspension without pay. Any mover?
Honorable Chair, it's Honorable Medupi.
Yes, Honorable Medupi.
I should think the recommendation suits us very well as a committee that we should cap on expenses in all orders.
Thank you so much. So you so move. Any seconder?
I do move, Chair. Thank you.
You do second.
I do second, sorry.
Yes. Thank you so much. Is there any counter, colleagues? I see none, then agreed to. Thanks. Let's go then to the next. Is it suspensions now? Is it?
Good day, Chairperson. We are moving on to the progress report on the already provisionally suspended magistrates, Chairperson. Thank you.
Okay. That's especially that is Magistrates Commission and the Chief Magistrate in Pretoria and Zimande and everyone else, huh?
That's correct, Chairperson.
Yes.
Yes, members, anyone who has got question or comments for clarity before I ask for mover and seconder of we note this.
Honourable Chair, sorry to interrupt. Are you going to let the Magistrates Commission present, or are we just noting?
Sorry, I thought they had presented. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Secretary. Commission, really, thank you so much for reminding me. Commission, quickly, we have read it, but can we quickly highlight Mr. Finger?
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Finger will just highlight all of those matters how far they, but I just like to indicate that the Commission is at its toes here with these matters, and we hope that in whatever that we are doing and whatever strength that the committee that is dealing with these matters attends to it. And although there are certain complications in certain matters regarding the postponements of these matters due to the fact that people needs to be given the rights, all the role postponements and whatever. But the commission is sitting on this, and we've also considered that in the event a matter is being unreasonably delayed, the commission has to immediately approach the minister for the suspension of the salary of the particular presiding officers. And I think that has been in the pipeline. Thank you, Chair. Mr. Finger will proceed.
Thank you, Chair. Let's start with Mr. Desmond Nair, Chief Magistrate, Pretoria. You will see that suspended after the allegations were received that she is received benefits
from Busasa. Yes.
Busasa company security upgrades. The amount is 2020, and subsequently both houses confirmed the suspension, and then the evidence leaders were appointed. The presiding officer eventually was elevated to be a judge, and I think that on its own brought its own complications, because he then could only attend to the matter when the High Court is in recess, which is something that late last year we had an engagement with him, and I think he also engaged with his judge president, and I think that is no longer the case now. But I'll just go through the matter. You will see that the inquiry commenced in 2021, and it was held on various days up until 5 July 2023, when the Commission finalized the evidence. We had one more witness, I think it's Mr. Grazy, that we wanted to call, but because of ill health and after consultation with with his attorney, and I think at some point there was an attempt to even just to get his testimony via virtual, because it was indicated he will not be able to physically be present. But when we could not succeed, we then decided to close our case. What they then decided was to apply for what they call absolution from instance, which there was a battle from the Commission, because they applied and we then had to rebut or reply to that. There was issues with setting it down, but it was eventually set down. And then on 1st of April, sorry, when I said set down, it means our reply. And then it took some time, and then the presiding officer eventually on the 1st of April issued a ruling on that application, basically dismissing the absolution from instance. The reason being that one, that our regulation do not support that kind of application, but two, the chairperson went through various case law indicating that, you know, when it comes to disciplinary hearings, once you are charged, you're really obligated to come and answer. But more importantly, because he was a judicial officer, one of the contentious issues why he applied for absolution from instance was that we did not identify the equipment to belong to Bosasa. It means we did not really tie the equipment to Bosasa. But the chairperson was adamant to say, despite that, as a judicial officer, you must explain why those items ended up at your house. And I think once they got that kind of outcome, we tried to arrange a date. The attorney indicated that he wanted to consult with the client before arranging a date, which we disagreed. And I think in the last commission meeting, the commission took a very strong stand that this matter must be set down. And fortunately, it has now been set down for 29/30 September for Mr. Naya now to give evidence, because we've already closed our case. So that is in respect of Mr. Naya. The matter of Mr. Mkanzi, regional magistrate Bloemfontein, who the police discovered that whilst on the bench, he was really communicating with the accused. So he was charged with defeating the ends of justice, was suspended in 2020, and both houses confirmed that later. The PLOs were appointed, PLE, that is person leading evidence, and presiding officer. And then he then made an application to the High Court Pretoria to set an aside and review the decision of the commission to charge him. You will see that we tried to then set this matter down on various occasions. I'm speaking of various postponements there, either at the instance of the commission or Mr. Mkanzi. And I think just want to come to the last. So after the matter could not proceed for quite some time, from the secretary's point of view, I think we, because there was an issue of the review, and that's why the matter was not proceeding, we felt strongly that because there's no interdict, the matter must now restart again. And it was on that basis that when the matter started, they then applied to the presiding officer to say, they are going to prosecute the review application. And the inquiry was now postponed to the 24 to 26 March, just to give them time for them to prosecute their review application. And that application was then unsuccessful on the 17th of February. But important also is to indicate that Mr. Mkanzi was also charged criminal, for defeating the ends of justice. Although we also charged him, internally as the I don't want to say the employer, but as a magistrate commission, we also charged him. So he was then convicted and sentenced on the 25th of March to a fine of 120,000 or 5-year imprisonment. I did indicate that the matter was postponed to 26 March, and on that date, the officer, I think, sorry, I just want to check something here. I just wanted to indicate that in March, the matter proceeded in his absence, and evidence was led. And I think it is why from the 18th to 20th of June, Mr. Mukanzi was then found guilty by the presiding officer. That is in terms of the Regulation 26. And the sanction was delivered by the presiding officer on the 24th of June 2025. And the recommendation is that he must be removed from office in terms of Regulation 26/17. Now, in terms of that regulation, he's then required to be given a notice of that decision, and he's got 21 days to indicate whether he would want to make representations on that sanction. So the sanction is that he should be removed from office, and the 21 days is ending on the 25th of July. It is then that we will know whether he's making representations, and then I think the commission in August will then make a decision whether they agree with the recommendation by the presiding officer, because the regulation does give the commission that discretion. So that is in as far as Mukanzi, it is done. It's just a question of dealing with the representation and final recommendations to the minister and parliament. The matter of governor is before Parliament, and I think you did indicate that NCOP has already dealt with the matter. It is currently for removal. Just briefly, she was found to have been dishonest in terms of that court or judgment that we've indicated there, where you know the indication was that a matter came before her on a date that was not set with the state and dismissed. And when the judge, the review judge now followed up on the matter, there was a transcripts that were provided that were later found to have been manufactured. So the judge really felt that Ms. Govender is dishonest. She was then charged. You will see that the letter of suspension dated 24 August was served on her in the charge sheet, and she was invited to show cause why she should not be charged or provisionally suspended. Magistrate Governor in this regard decided not to comment. And then in the circumstances, because she did not comment, the commission recommended to the minister.
We have lost you. Can you hear us? Mr. Finger?
Yes, sir.
We didn't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah, thanks.
Oh, I'm not sure where you missed me now.
You were about the commissioners either removal or whatever after the minister, because you were saying that the commissioners, and I lost you there. I hope I was not alone.
Oh yes, where I said the commission, because of the seriousness of the allegations, they recommended to the minister that he should be provisionally suspended from office, and the minister, on the advice, then provisionally suspended her on 20th December 2023 and tabled the report in that instance. Then she was served with a notice of misconduct for set down for 29 February. She did not attend the hearing, and the ruling by the presiding officer was that she was properly notified, and he was satisfied that based on that notice that the matter can proceed. 2 witnesses were called by the evidence leader, and subsequent to that, presiding officer gave judgment ruling and found her guilty as per the charge. And then there was also a sanction that was issued. The sanction was that she should be removed, and that was also served on her, but after the 21 days, she decided not to make representation. And like I said, the suspension served before NCOP already, and the on 10 October 2024, then the commission then, based on that recommendation from the presiding officer, agreed with the recommendation and advised the minister that it agrees that she should be removed from office. And you'll see that this year the minister then, in terms of section 13.4, confirmed the suspension, pending the resolution by Parliament whether she should be restored from office or not. So that is in as far as Ms. Govender. Mr. Sin, Chair, 6 counts that is facing, you'll see that they relate to sending threatening messages to journalists, also having an association with police crime intelligence. So basically the allegation is that whilst as a magistrate, when the accused appear before him, he would recruit some of them for the police crime intelligence. Some allegations are that he attended a solidarity function where there was an event that was earmarked to be an opposition to Employment Equity Act. And he attended there and signed as well. So those are very serious allegations. So on the advice of the commission, the minister then suspended him on the 18th of December 2023. And both houses confirmed that. So we then appointed people to lead evidence and to preside. I think the next slide is just to indicate that originally there were 4 charges, and then we added 2 charges. The other one was he was an administrator, or he managed a WhatsApp group where you'll see all sorts of sensitive political statements that are made there. One of the example was when the gentleman that is alleged to have banned Parliament, he was basically in support of that and said, why couldn't he ban everyone? So that's the kind of message that we sent on that WhatsApp group. So we had a problem with Mr. Sin's matter in the sense that we first tried to do a pre-trial, but unfortunately we could not succeed because he just came there and disrupted the proceedings. And then we later decided we're going to set it down, and the matter was set down, but then later on you'll see that he even fired his own attorney. And the last straw with this matter was when after various postponement where he made lots of preliminary points, the presiding officer in the matter, who was appointed, allowed her, despite him having sent a ruling sometime in December that Mr. Sin must finally put his preliminary points on paper on a certain date. If he's not going to, the matter is going to proceed. But when the matter eventually proceeded, he allowed him to make further submission, and that is when also he applied for his recusal, just on the basis that he served as an acting judge under the chairperson of the Magistrates Commission. And unfortunately for us, as we reported before, the presiding officer agreed with Mr. Sin, and that meant that the matter stalled. And where we are now is we had to consider the next presiding officer, and the commission felt that, because of what has happened previous, the best way to proceed is to appoint a retired judge, hoping that if it's a retired judge, this matter can proceed, but also based on the nature of the allegations that are preferred against Mr. Sin. These are very serious allegations, as you would have seen. But finally, we were able to identify a judge, and we've just recently approached the minister to appoint the presiding officer. So that is where we are in terms of matter of Sin. And I think we've already discussed the issue of what happens when there are this kind of delays. I've indicated this is something that is seriously under consideration by the Commission, and we will communicate in due course on issues of salaries on this kind of matters. The matter of if Regional Court President KZN, Mr. Nzimande, we've tried to summarize some of the allegations against him was that he received some payments from people that he would recommend to act in the regional court on various times. But also that there was also an allegation of sexual harassment. The charge sheet was served on him and was eventually suspended in 2018. And we indicate the days that both houses confirmed the suspension. Now, this is a matter that we really struggle to proceed with until 2023. Finally, when we were able to appoint a firm team, because there were various people that recused themselves, and at some point, Commission also released some people, whether it's the persons leading evidence or presiding officer. We eventually were able to appoint a judge to preside, and the matter proceeded on the 4 to 8 March 2024, where 3 witnesses were testified. And the last time we had a hearing on this matter was on the 4th of October 2024. And the matter was then afterwards postponed on various occasions. And unfortunately, here it's really on the side of the Commission, because it was really due to the presiding officer's request. And you'll see that on the 10th of June 2025, the presiding officer requested to be released due to ill health, and the chairperson of the Magistrates Commission then informed both teams. What we're now engaging is a process where, one, we replacing the presiding officer, but importantly, we've already started engagement to see whether the teams can't agree that this matter should not start from scratch. And I think in principles, the parties have agreed to consider that, and in August, we'll get feedback from them. But I think that is in as far as Mr. Nzimande, we really had setback there. The matter of Ms. Bodlani.
Yes.
Yeah, the matter of Ms. Bodlani, we've indicated some of the charges there, having sent emails that are considered, derogatory, allegations of, some racial remarks that were made, but also having made a lot of incompetent sentences, imposed a lot of incompetent sentences, and she was charged accordingly. And these were matters relating to children, by the way. She was then provisionally suspended in 2020, and subsequently to that, both houses also confirmed. The matter was dormant for some time until the Commission appointed the person to lead evidence and a regional magistrate on 25 August 2023. I can report that the trial then was proceeded on 16 to 20 September 2024, where 1 witness testified, and the matter was postponed to 21 to 23 October 2024 for further evidence. I'm not sure what happened here, sorry. I think my slides just got mixed up. Oh dear.
The trial proceeded on the 16 to whatever until 20, we said after that, after many attempts to set the matter down, the matter eventually proceeded on the 16th of September. We are repeating the same thing. The matter was postponed, yeah. Yes.
Anyway, Chair, let me just then indicate that at some point, Ms. Botlani then applied for the recusal of the presiding officer, which unfortunately she also recused herself. It was based on, the reasons was that the person taught her at some point or tutored her whilst she was a judicial officer, and the presiding officer then recused herself. We then appointed another presiding officer, and the matter proceeded in March, and witness testimony was heard. And as we speak in this week, the matter is proceeding again. So we're really hopeful that the matter of Botlani, by the end of this year, if all goes, I said it's proceeding. It started on Monday again. We're proceeding very well on the matter. So that is in as far as Botlani matter. I think that's the last provisional suspension matter, Chair. Thanks.
Okay.
What happened?
Thank you, Mr. Finger. Honorable members, thank you. I see the hand of Honorable Kotso for now. Honorable Kotso.
Thank you, Chair. There was the matter of Magistrate Singh. The Commission said that they had decided that the matter should rather be heard by a judge, and then they said they identified a judge. I just want to know whether that is indeed the correct process, whether the Commission itself identifies the judge or whether they request the allocation of a judge.
All right, thank you very much. I see no other hand, colleagues. Okay, let me then come also. Let me just Commission on Governor. No, sorry. Let's start with the Nair one, suspended since 2020. There is an unexplained period from 5th of July 2023 to 1st of April 2024. What happened during that period? I couldn't catch you when you were making that presentation. Please just fill us in there. Then on Governor, she has been in suspension, I think. But is it not the governor that we as Parliament actually recently endorsed her removal from office? That would be the second query from me. Then on Singh, in addition to Honorable Godsel's, mine would be this issue, the issue of withholding the salary there. Is it not a case again that the Commission need to consider the issue of withholding salary there? It's just a question from me. Then on demand, sorry, Honorable Metopi, can you switch off? Okay, I just missed my, but I've got something on demand there. Just on demand, just an update on him, because you were saying We had a struggle till 2023. I heard that, and then it was postponed. And you escaped me. I'm not so sure. It's just the latest. What is actually the latest on ES Nzimande matter? The regional court president of KZN. Apparently, you did indicate that you had some numerous challenges. That's all from me. Okay, I see now Honorable Pala's hand as well is up. Honorable Pala.
Thank you, Chair. Let me appreciate the presentation by Mr. Finger and all the members of the commission present here. Particularly as in the beginning of their presentation, they indicate that they are dealing with matters on the basis of section 13, section 13, subsection 3F of the Magistrates Act number 90 of 1993. So they are with they are following the law to deal with these matters. And with regard to the first matter of Mr. Nair, with a bribe of about 200,000, this is serious, to have, officials of court, taking some bribes. It's serious, it's really, it's just so disappointing to have members of our judicial officers taking bribes, so I fully agree with your recommendation there. With the issue of Kanzi, it's as well a straightforward matter. As they laid the criminal case, and he was arrested and convicted. And I think, this one is making our works a symbol, as he was arrested, and I mean he was charged and arrested and convicted. So I think it's straightforward as well. With regard to Kavenda, we have dealt with it in the NCOP already. I don't think it's a matter which must be discussed here. We have passed that one. With regard to Mr. Sin, it's as well a complex matter, but I think as Mr. Finger has reported here, is work in progress. We really appreciate what the commission is doing in that regard. And then with Nzimande, I would as well request the commission to expedite it. I mean, since 2018, we need to finalize these cases. You cannot have a case which takes such a long time. It's almost 7 years now. It must be finalized. But we understand administrative challenges there, which the commission faces as they've reported. But I would request them to expedite it and finalize it. With regard to Mr. Wotlane, Ms. Wotlane, I think it's as well a work in progress. I will appreciate as well what the commission is presenting here, and as well kindly make sure that these matters are finalized within a certain time frame. We cannot keep on having discussing this matter for such long period of time. So that is my take, Chair, on these issues. I would say I really appreciate the presentation made by the commission. Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable. And Commission, any response to our comments and question for clarity?
Chair, thanks very much. Yes, I think Honorable Godsell is correct. We obviously just identified a name, and we will have to approach the minister, who will have to engage with the presidency as well, and the office of the Chief Justice. So that consultation has to happen. I think I'll come back to Naya later. Yes, the matter of governor is indeed, it's the same governor that you've considered. It's just that we required to give this report by the Act, because she's currently under suspension. So you are correct. It's the same governor that you've already agreed that she should be removed. The issue of withholding of salary of Mr. Naya, I think in addition to your comments on Kekana, indeed, we'll take it back to the commission, and because I hear the members are saying that should be, the issue of salary should also be considered. In terms of Nzimande's Nzimande's matter, where we are now is that, of course, there's no date owing to the resignation by the presiding officer. Like we said, the judge indicated is not well and he will not be able to proceed. So we are in the process of, as Honorable Godsell indicated, internal processes for appointment of a presiding officer will also be a judge, because the view was that because he's the regional court president, is the highest office in the magistracy, that we should actually just get a presiding judge. So we are engaging in that process, but importantly, like I said, we've already had engagement with the two legal team, Mr. Nzimande's team and those that are representing us, to say, please consider the issue of whether are we going to start from de novo, or whatever has been led so far, is it going to just consideration? And I think there was an in-principle agreement that the matter should not start from scratch. So we're hoping that, and in the discussion with the chairperson of Magistrates Commission, what we're anticipating is that at least by September, this matter must at least be set down again for September, so that it can proceed. Chair, in terms of the break on Naya, I really don't have the answer now. It's something that I'll have to revert back and check. However, the main issue really here is that there was a long break in terms of because I indicated that the presiding officer was a regional court magistrate, but was elevated to become a judge in the Western Cape. So you would then set these matters down only when there's a recess. And sometimes, remember, even when there's a recess, it does not mean the other parties are available during that recess. So that could be one of the possible explanations, but it's something that I'll have to check. I think I tried to cover all the questions. Thanks.
Mr. Finger, there is Brandon Williams. Your hand is up.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Followed by Honorable Billy.
Thank you very much. Just to clarify, in terms of the recommendation for the appointment of a judge in the case of Senior Magistrate Singh. Now, the regulations is very clear in terms of Regulation 26 of the regulations for the judicial officers, lower courts. The commission, if they decide that the person should be subject to a misconduct hearing, then it's a commission that will actually appoint the presiding officer. So it won't be the minister or anybody else. In fact, it will be the commission that will appoint the judge. And Chair, I may just mention, this was amended this regulation was amended in 2021, because I think we had some challenges where senior magistrates like regional court presidents, senior magistrates and chief magistrates are subject to misconduct hearings, and then their counterparts were appointed, just magistrates were appointed to preside over those matters. So it was amended in 2021, so now they've got the discretion to also appoint a judge to preside over a misconduct matter, especially where there are senior magistrates involved. And I think the request we received last week a request indeed from the Magistrates Commission, but that request, Chairperson, because it's a retired judge, it will be for the remuneration that we will approach the President in terms of the judge's remuneration and Conditions of Employment Act to approach him for consideration of the remuneration of the judge. I just want to clarify that, but the Minister is not involved in the appointment of the presiding officer in a misconduct hearing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Billy?
Thank you, Chairperson. No, mine is quite short again, Chair. My input is perhaps quite limited on some of these issues because I am an alternate commissioner in the commission, and I recall some of these issues being discussed, and I want to just say that for the purpose of ensuring this greater integrity, I have several bites on some of these issues. So my input is quite limited, Chair. I just wanted to put it on record that I'm just a bit uncomfortable to speak on several platforms on most of the issues.
On these things. No, thank you so much. Thank you so much, commissions. Thank you so much, honorable members. I think, I mean, in respect of these updates, I think we need to note them. But in noting them, I think the comments from us, from Nair's one, and all of them, that they need to be expedited, needed to be taken into consideration by the Commission, as well as the issue of withholding of salary, because it is glaring in some of them that, in fact, the dilatoriness on the part of those that are involved whilst they are receiving salary is strategic to frustrate the whole process. And of particular concern is in the Monday one. On the Monday one, I hear you, Commission, that there is an in-principle agreement that after then the judge says, no, I'm not going to continue to hear this matter, became sick, therefore the matter can be taken over by other people. I think you must just take a second opinion there. I think myself and Honorable Cotsell and all lawyers on the platform will know that in such cases, de novo, to start afresh a case is a must. And because how is that new judicial officer, presiding officer, going to determine the question of credibility of witnesses, for instance? And in the light of that, unless, of course, that issue is not going to be an issue. But I'm not saying that decision is wrong or must be quashed. No, I'm saying let's tread carefully there and have a clear look on that, because it may be another strategy to take you on review later on, so that the man they continue to receive salary until retirement or whatever should happen. That being the case, I think I agree with Honorable Pala that we need to thank you for an update and to encourage you to do more to make sure that there is justice. As we all know, justice delayed is justice denied. And again, more than above that, there is money from fiscus that we can ill afford to waste to pay people who are doing nothing. for the job that they are supposed to do. But anyway, that's my comment on that. That I see the Honorable Harika's hand is up. And then I would ask them for the honorable members to move formally after him, whether we really note with the concerns that were raised and refer these matters back to the Commission for further consideration. That would be what is on the table after Honorable Harika's input. Honorable Harik? Honorable Harik? Is it a legal hand? Okay. Must be a legal hand, eh? I can't hear you. Okay. Honorable members, then we need to resolve on the matter. Do we note the progress, the report, and of course, accepting subject to our comments and our firm recommendation that these matters must be expedited as quickly as possible. Honorable members, any mover?
I do move, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Pana. Any seconder? Honorable members, any seconder?
I stand to second, Honorable Chair.
Second, Chair.
Oh, thank you very much. I take Kotsa's seconder. And then is there any counter? There being none, then agreed to. The next item, Secretary?
Thank you, Chairperson. We've come to the end and it's just way forward from here, but I think you've handled it well. Thank you, Chairperson.
Okay. Well, colleague Mkwena, the leader of commission, and the secretary of the commission, and I think on behalf of all of us as members of the National Council of Provinces Select Committee, I thank you very much for your presentation, and I want to assure you that us and the entire colleagues in the National Assembly, the Parliament as it were, we have got utmost confidence in you to continue to do what you need to do. As you may have heard since our engagement, we would like a speedy resolution of all those matters. We have been lawyers ourselves, some of us. We know the tactics of postponing, especially when we know that our clients have no case to meet. Sometimes we raise many other issues just to delay things. As we all know that justice delayed is justice denied. And in this instance, of course, the downtrodden masses who need so money for services is going to pay people who are actually sitting at their home. It cannot be justice at all. Thank you very much. We hope then that you will continue to do your work, and till we meet again. Thank you. Members, the meeting is adjourned until further notice. Thank you very much, Secretary. Thank you very much, colleagues. We had a very fruitful deliberations today, as usual.
Thank you,
Thank you, Chair.